welcome to TSO Daily. I'm your host, Mr. Craven. Alright guys, I got something for all the Sorcerer fans out there. I have updated the Reaper for Summerset. And thanks to Summerset, this build is so much more cheesy and so much more deadly. And until anything is done about it, might as well use it. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, so this is a Destro Resto build. For anybody who doesn't know, this is a bomb build. Sorcerer bomb build. So let me explain what's going on. So on Destro side, you're going to see max magic at 39,785, a little shy of 40k. If you want to put 1 point out of health and put it into Magicka to get that 40k, you can do that. Survivability is just a little bit important. Magic recovery is 1885. I will give you your option, make that a little bit higher, but it's okay. It's fine. Spell crit 53.1. Spell damage prior to major sorcery 2255. And spell resistance and physical resistance is 11,000. Critical resistance 1,861. To the left, you'll see 58 points in the Magicka, 6 in the health. We are using the Lover Mundus, and we are using Witch Mother's Potent Brew. On the back bar is our Resto staff. You're going to go ahead and see our spell crit drops. That's to be expected. And our Magicka drops slightly. Okay. Spell damage, almost the same, 2170. It's pretty good. Alright, so let's get into the sets. Most people are familiar with what I do with the Reaper build. But here's the deal. Summerset made staffs double slotted. So that allows me to keep both sets static, making it more deadly. So we're going to use Julianos. We're going to use the Infernal Guardian. And of course, yep, Vicious Death. Okay, let's go down piece by piece. Alright, so Lightning Staff of Julianos. Nernholm, increase. Ideal. Okay, Julianos, pretty standard. We're all familiar with it. Restoration Staff of Julianos. Nernholm. Now, this actually should have a fire damage or a shock damage. Shock would be better on it, but I just kept the increase. I just find it sometimes resourceful, depending on my swap, just to get it. But if you want that extra damage, you can do that. It's just me. I just want to make sure that's applied when I'm trying to do everything. So that's why I have it double. That's me. That's personally me. So, and it's Nernholm, of course. Ideal. Okay, Infernal Guardian, pretty nasty. Max Magicka. When I use a damage shield ability, I have a 50% chance to lob 3 mortars over 2 seconds. The furthest enemy from you gets 7,484 flame damage to all enemies within 5 meters. Okay, because why? I'm shield stacking. I'm a sorcerer. I'm cheap. Yep. Might as well do it. Zos is going to allow us to do it, so we're going to do it. Yep, all day, every day. Curse of Julianos infused. So keep in mind this is a 6-1 config, 6 light, 1 heavy. So light head, divine, ideal, because we're using Lover Mundus. Curse of Julianos infused, max Magicka ideal. Shoulders. I went 2 divine. I'm using shields. I really don't need so much impen. But if you want impen, that's fine. But I want an extra divine, max Magicka, light, ideal. Sash of Vicious Death, impen, max Magicka. I need a little bit of resistance just in case somebody gets on top of me. So that's ideal. Gloves of Julianos, impen, max Magicka, ideal. Breachers of Julianos, infused, max Magicka, ideal. Shoes of Vicious Death, impen, max Magicka, ideal. Necklace of Vicious Death. Now I have spell damage on here. Right? If you want an extra recovery, you can do that. And that would put you around 1900 and something. That's up to you. It all depends on your ability to sustain. If you can't sustain, put the extra recovery. If you can, put the spell damage. You'll hit a little harder. A Ring of Vicious Death, recovery. Ring of Vicious Death, recovery. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. Because I've kind of switched things up. Primary bar. Now, I used to use C-Frags, right? It's been a minute. C-Frags no longer stuns. It's been whatever. I need a stun effect. I'm going to use Shock Reach instead now. So it's going to give me shock damage. It's going to give me a stun. It's going to give me a dot, right? Stun for 2.5. Need that stun. Very important. Endless Fury. The biggest thing about this build, that's why I don't need sustain, is I'm using Endless Fury. So I proc upon and curse. So I go ahead, I stun him. Throw the Endless Fury. I drop the bomb. I drop the shooting star on him. Start spamming this. Everybody dies. On top of that, with the shields and lob mortars, not too many things. They better kill me before I kill everybody. That's why it's called Reaper. We take everybody out at once. And it works. It works a lot. It's cheesy. Cheese-wiz is the cheese-wiz company is embarrassed because how cheesy this build is. So yep, Endless Fury every day, all day. Hardening Ward. I used Empowering Ward a lot, but with this, might as well go Hardening. I want to be selfish. Sure, why not? Why? Because I'm getting an additional 20% absorption towards my shield. Haunting Curse, pretty standard. So I want to haunt them. They don't cleanse it. It's going to explode. Then it's going to explode again. It's going to deal AoE damage. So AoE, 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 bomb, bomb, boom, dead. And they're like, give that a little extra push, right? 5% max Magicka, and we're getting into Major Prophecy. Keep in mind, Vicious Death cannot crit, neither can Infernal Guardian. It's just towards my abilities. Okay. Back bar. Cheese mode. Healing Ward. I can add this to another person. They're going to get it. They'll heal them. Heals me as well. Degen. You want to use Degen. Why? Because you're using light attacks between the rotation on this. So this is your heal. This is your primary heal, believe it or not. Because you have 15% chance to heal for 125% of the damage. Primary heal during weaves. But you'll need a burst heal. Don't worry, I'll get into it. Let's add a little bit more thickness to the cheese. Harness Magicka. Okay? So anytime I'm attacked with a magical ability, it's absorbed and I restore 1,327 Magicka. Each piece of light armor increases the Magicka restored by 4%. Yep. Let's go. Now, a lot of people like to use exchange. I find that to be a little slow. So I'm using Blessing of Restoration. Why? Because when this is leveled, it'll heal almost just as high, and I don't have to exchange stamina for Magicka. I just get a heal. Once again, I don't have to worry about sustain. Sustain's not my issue with this build. Survivability is. 3 shields. I got a heal over here in Major Sorcery, right? So it's going to be a Major Sorcery form of healing. Then I got a direct heal. Then when shit gets thick, streak. Okay? So I can streak towards or streak away. Streak towards, I shock them, I deal damage. If I should streak towards you, that's because somebody is almost dead, and I'm going to proc Vicious Death on the entire mob as I'm streaking through them. It happens. It works. Yes, and more cheese, please. Okay, Soul Strike. I told you it's going to get cheesy. So I'm going to go ahead and morph this because it's cheese. You're going to block it. It's the only thing you can do. Or loss. Let's cheese it. Cheese. Yep, every day. So single target. Nightblades get on top of me. Hit them with it. They can't friggin' stealth for 2 seconds. Don't let them on top of you. Shield stack them, then just expose their asses with this and blow them up. That's my recommendation. Take the one that when they blow up, it deals additional damage. That's the one you want. Because why? You're running Vicious Death. Okay? Pretty cheesy. I love it. Let's go with the cheese. Thickening up. Roll. Okay. Champion points. The Apprentice. We have 909 and a Bless. Why? Heals. Elemental Expert, 14%. Spell Erosion, 4,063. Now, here's the deal. Notice I'll have nothing in Enthometers. Why? I don't give a shit about my dots. I want to scale my sets. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put in Staff Expert 9.17, and I'm going to put Master at Arms at 23% to scale my Vicious Death and my Infernal Guardian. Because I want people to die. That's what I want. Fuck my dots. Let's burn them down. Okay. Agreed? I agree. All right, moving on. Okay, Ironclad 1602. Resistance 43. Light armor, 30 points. Hardy and Elemental Defender are both split at 909. Now, notice I have nothing in this thick skin. Why don't you have anything in the thick skin, Mystic? Well, that's simple. Because I'm a shield stacker, right? So, a lot of my points are going to go into Bastion. Remember, shields are cut in half. It doesn't matter. I mean, I just want to go ahead and pump them up. Why not? I'm a shield stacker. It's allowed, so I want to pump them up. Go ahead. 40 points, Bastion. Trust you and me. Do it. Quick Recovery, 6.17. Warlord, 11.35. Siphoner, 1208. Tenacity, 909. Arcanus, 14%. Yeah, let's bump up Healthy a little bit. 1208. Yeah, might as well. Nothing into the Shadow. And that is how the champion points are allocated for this build. And I guarantee you, if you roll this build, you'll love it. You will love it. If you get in 1v1s, No problem. You see large groups, they're annihilated. Everything will die due to cheese. Hope they're not lactose intolerant. All right, guys, here it is. Said and done. This is the Reaper. Thank you, Summerset, and thank you, devs. I appreciate it always. I'm Mr. Craven, the CSO Daily, and as always, have a nice day.